what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 7th, it's December, and I'm still in the same office. You see it behind me? I'm still in the same office. Yeah, I'm still here because we're waiting on parts because the damage from the axle snapping still isn't all sorted out yet. But what are you going to do? Could have been worse. So, this isn't going to be the longest of videos, but this is going to be for others, as it should be whenever you can. But check this out. This YouTuber and friend of mine, American Mexican Gunslinger, is really, really progressing with the videos. And I highly recommend people go check out his channel because like a video like this right here and these videos right here, part 1, 2, 3, and 4, he's progressing nicely. He's coming along nicely and he's covering some very important information. And he's covering information that I cover and others cover. So give him a check out. Or not, your call. But here's another thing. One of my subscribers, and someone you've probably seen in the comments over the years, is in a gym. She's having serious medical conditions. And it's insane. It's insane that in America, when you're a citizen, you lived here your entire life, and you paid your taxes, and your Social Security, and every other thing, you still have to put up a GoFundMe because you can't handle the medical bills by yourself. Because they cut into the rent and the water and the electricity and everything else that these guys are foisting on us, which is just unbelievable to me. But here it is. It's a GoFundMe for a subscriber named Nicole. And read this. She's followed me for years. I've gone back and forth with her for years on Instagram for a long, long time. And she didn't ask me to do this. I'm doing this because it's just lame. I haven't donated yet, but I will. It was my mistake. As much as I didn't need help in my life, it seems to be the case. As much as I wish I didn't need help in my life, it seems to be the case. Sadly, being around the holidays, I had spent 24 years as a single mom. Even though it was a struggle, I'd never been more blessed. I waited until the kids 3 were starting on their own, and I would work hard at my dreams. Sadly, in 2020, I about lost my life with a colon rupture and sepsis. Sepsis is no joke, which is why I which has also cracked my teeth. You can see what I'm saying. This is horrible. I feel so bad for her, and she's only trying to raise $5,000. So I'm going to leave links below. If you are so inclined to help her out, I'm going to help her out. But the fact that this is even occurring in the United States of America, we send literal 18-wheelers full of money to other countries for any other reason at the drop of the hat, and the government never asks you. They don't care. They just keep sending money out while the national debt just keeps on skyrocketing over and over and over and over. I mean, it's insane, man. This entire world we live in right now is utterly, completely, and totally insane, but it is what it is. So I thought I'd make a video to point that out, that, first of all, American Mexican Gunslinger is a young kid. He's not doing it for fame or profit. He's doing it because he's doing everything he possibly can. He's trying to prepare his family. He's trying to prepare his security. He's trying to prepare his spirit because this is a very spiritual young man and his entire family. And he could use more views, in my opinion. So with that out of the way, I want to mention something that I've been following for a long time, and I never talk about it because I wasn't able to properly vet these videos to make sure that these videos were indeed legit. But the ones I'm going to show you are legit, and I'm going to explain to you that you need to see these videos. These are creepy, they're crazy, but they're absolutely everywhere, and these are all old videos, pre-AI. I've been talking about for years, they're trying to open the pit, I had Anthony Patch on for years. We're trying to open the pit. Well, there's so much evil on this earth that it's actually making its way to our side of the realm. You be the judge. But when I talk about getting your spiritual house in order, I'm not kidding. Do everything you possibly can. Follow the 10 commandments. You know what I mean? If you want to be safe, follow the 10 commandments because evil is coming upon this earth. What do I mean? Well, I'll show you.
So we all just got woken up to some disturbing sound all through the whole area. I just called 911 and they said they've gotten like over 50 calls about it.
That right there, that crazy noise happens all over the country and apparently all over the world all the time. I just don't follow that particular genre. except that one's pretty close to home. So I'm covering that because you know what that is? It isn't them drilling underground. They're already done with the underground, deep underground military bases. They're done with that stuff. They have been for a long time. Okay? That noise you're hearing is them testing for Project Bluebeam.
Bluebeam?
Yeah, good one.
What is that?
That's
lasers, right?
Yeah, I can actually talk about that one, but that is this is really bad, but you know the people that see orbs in the sky?
Yeah.
Go around that fly faster
UFOs?
than UFOs.
Yeah, there's Navy pilots. There's multiple Navy pilots who talk about
them.
They got so they were flying F-18s, these Navy pilots, and one of them's coming in here in 2 weeks. He's Ryan Graves.
Okay.
He's a Navy pilot flying off the coast of North Carolina, and they got their radar upgraded on their F-18s, and all of a sudden they were seeing these things darting around on their radar.
Okay. Don't tell him what I'm about to say and see if he knows about it.
Okay.
So what we do is we play with our own forces to make sure our trickery will work on the enemy. And those are directed energy weapons of where we do intersecting beams or focus beams into the atmosphere. And notice they're always in the atmosphere to excite the electron orbitals of the oxygen and nitrogen in our atmosphere. And it causes a glow and it causes ionization. That ionization shows up on radar and it's like a cat laser pointer, and we're making planes chase them.
That's exactly how they describe these things moving, like laser pointers.
Yeah, and so we can do it in 3 space. We can make it look like
in 3-dimensional space.
Yeah, and we can make it look like an entire fleet is about to drop bombs on, let's say, Europe, and then just have them disappear. And they get all their planes up in the air, and we attack them from the other direction, assuming we're attacking Europe.
Who is doing this? The Navy, you said?
Somebody. Let's just say a group, you know.
And you know this for a fact.
I know for a fact. Yeah. So anyway, don't tell your guests.
A group within the U.S. government.
Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Yes.
And is this something that could be seen with the naked eye, or
yes,
is this something
because it glows? It glows, so it would be seeable. You can see it by the naked eye, and it would leave a radar trace. So it's perfect as a deception, and it involves the voice of God weapons that I was talking about.
Project Bluebeam does.
And this got leaked, so it probably won't have the effect, and they probably won't do it. But if you wanted to bring the world together, as President Reagan said in several UN speeches, you would have a common enemy, like evil aliens attacking. We forget our differences and we fight against it. So
we wouldn't look at each other as Chinese or Russian or American. We'd look at each other as Earthlings.
It's for humans, as Earthlings. And so that was Project Bluebeam, was to trick the human race into believing either God is coming down, everybody hears the voice of God, the microwave hearing effect, get along, whatever the new message is, or it was going to be the evil aliens attacking. And notice how they, all of a sudden, all the governments release all their information on UFOs, and there's a whole division dedicated, and that's just deception.
You think it's all deception?
I think it's all deception.
Really?
Yeah. But, that's my opinion. I've looked at all the videotapes and that people have given me, and I can explain away each one of them.
So apparently, but there's apparently lots of footage and videos and photos that have not been released to the public.
Yeah, I haven't seen those, so I can't get.
And if you think this is all some sort of psyop, what do you think the ultimate purpose of it is?
Distraction against a lot of this human experimentation we're doing.
Testing for Project Bluebeam. Because they're going to do this thing worldwide. I've told you this before. I'll tell you again. They got one shot and one shot only. If you're going to try to pull off something this large, it's going to have holograms in the sky, real, what appears to us, alien spacecraft, which will be military technology, shooting at us, and all sorts of technology, the rod of God, things we've never seen before. They're also going to have sound effects, just like the holograms, and they've got to test them, and test them they do. But that's not the only thing that's worrying me. Things that are really starting to worry me is the rise of, well, these right here. I don't know what else to call them. I'm going to call them demons.
If I'm challenged, yes. Damn. A center escort is not going. Go, run, run. Damn, go.
I know that's crazy, but if you start looking back in videos that were posted in the early 2000s, 2010s, etc., you'll see these things all over the place, and law enforcement's even come up with these bad boys. And this guy doesn't seem like he's lying whatsoever at all. You tell me.
People are claiming this video of a rake, which if you don't know what a rake is, I have videos going into detail. This one's legit. Watch this, tell me in the comments what you think.
Mike, I need you.
Trying to hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Yeah.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now. People think I'm nuts. It's on video, it's playing right now. I put the iPad in the window and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
What's going on?
It's like a weird demonic looking thing, and it's like a human, and it's all scratched down. And this is the second time this happened this week. And as I'm talking to you, this is all on recorded, and it doesn't see me. I'm in that that sunroom. All right, I'm putting the iPad up and spar up, and it happened. This weird thing's been happening around this time at night.
Can I record it?
You're on record. Everything's recording now. I can see the thing. It's like looking around weird.
Is
It's
it recording the video?
Yeah, right now it's on the video. It doesn't see me. I'm sitting back, but I can still see out the window really good. You should
Can't
see.
hear you?
No, it can't. But it's looking around like something out of a weird sci-fi movie. This thing is freaky.
And before you think I've completely lost my mind, this is something I've been talking about from day one. I never just actually showed any footage, but footage is showing up. And the last kid that's literally standing behind the glass, that just seems to be completely legit. And before you wash it all away, remember what this woman that worked at CERN, she's a high-level scientist that worked at CERN, she appears to be losing her mind because she's telling the truth because she can't believe what they've actually uncovered at CERN. You remember this? Because this really happened. Sorry, I just ate.
Because there are lots of physicians, I know some, they're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified to beings coming in and out of portals.
Yes. And they were saying, I mean, I met them at a dinner and there were two of them. And both said that, yes, they have, secondhand proof that the people who they're dealing with the boson of Higgs and the subatomic things. So they have apparently in the bottom of the CERN this portal, this door where they are dealing with all the subatomic dimensions. They say there are 17 different dimensions of reality. That's what those physicists say. Some others say there are more dimensions. We know the time, space, the tridimensional X, Y, Z in a graphic. But then you have more dimensions, and they are playing with that. They're using that, and we're a group, and they had a being. They did not tell me more. Who came that doesn't resemble a human, and then they had another one, and they have a proof because they left a scarf. They left a scarf, and now when you look at what is going on in the CERN, there is a fight from some of the military agencies. Intel, they say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change time.
You're going to so much effort, digging all these tunnels, spending so much money to smash particles together. Mm-hmm. And so what's the point?
Scientific exploration. I think it's almost like asking, what's the point of art or music? I think humans have this curiosity of finding what's out there and how does the world around you work, and FCC will help us answer some of those questions.
Before you think that's completely crazy, remember this. I posted this video on the internet. That was me. The original person posted it, and this is the actual video that I posted that caused CERN to have to answer me by name in the news, not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. And they went from saying that it was a bunch of college students to it was a few scientists, and then they finally said, yes, it was CERN scientists that were out there blowing off steam, dressing up in black cloaks, and doing a ritual sacrifice in front of the statue of Shiva at 3 o'clock in the morning. They tried to say it was just kids until I made a video saying, really? So kids managed to simply jump the fence at a nuclear research facility in Switzerland and do all this? Remember this? So yeah, CERN, they do this stuff. And this time, they got caught. You see what I'm saying? So before you discount the CERN lady, remember that this was actually real.
Why is
they're doing
Geneva
much more than
why is Geneva of such significance? Because you've got the World Health Organization, all these meetings in Geneva. You've got CERN in Geneva, Davos, Switzerland. Why is Geneva so significant?
Yeah, I would say Switzerland is very significant in general, but because of our neutrality, there could be many factors. So I could take it at different levels. That geopolitically, the fact that Switzerland is a nice country of peasants, former mercenaries, historically, and they're nice. They look, they're compliant and neutral normally. That's one. But actually, the other one is the banking system. Secret banking system. Still to this day, they can put all the money they want. The immunity is another one. Geopolitically, as a scientist, you do hypotheses because that's how you build an open reality, because otherwise you miss the point. It makes sense because they're all here. So it's the World Economic Forum is just opposite the UN. The UN is 10 minutes by car to the CERN. Then you have all the sports association, FIFA, UEFA, also at 10 minutes, half an hour from everything.
Yes.
So, and then we have the Bank of Settlements in Basel. That's 2 hours and a half away by car. But it's all there. Small Switzerland is like the Disneyland of everything they want to do.
Fascinating.
So, yeah, we're close to everything.
At any rate, that's all I got. But on this night, remember, no matter where you are, hit your knees and pray for discernment. Pray to protect your soul. Pray to repent for every sin you've done. You know what I mean? And understand that this is becoming incredibly real. This is actually not things that are going to happen. These are things that are happening now. When they pull this Project Bluebeam, there will be aliens, but they'll simply be demons. And it appears that people are actually seeing them here, there, and everywhere. This is insane. At any rate, hug your wife, hug your kids, love thy neighbor, and get your money out of the bank because they're going to steal all of it. Will you be able to use gold and silver? Well, if you're smart, you've got a network, maybe, if you don't get wiped out. But I ain't letting them steal my money. You see what I'm saying? And you shouldn't either. At any rate, Richie from Boston, I'm out.